Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is LeSquatch and welcome back to SquatchCraft. And I am a bat, because I am up in the air scouting out an area for the nuclear power plant that I want to build. And that will of course house the big reactor, because today I really want to improve on our energy, because the only way we're currently producing energy, 15 FPS, oh the horror, sorry about that. Let's look at the sky, there you go, 30 FPS, oh 40, 50, yeah. Something about around here is lowering my FPS, but meh, that's modded. That's recording for you. But anyway, the only real way we're actually producing power is this, the furnace generator. And if I ever charge something in here, or I'm using an excessive amount of machinery, it drains really quickly. So I made this, but you can only discharge and recharge at any one time. Like you can't do both. So that's kind of useless. So I was scouting out an area for a power plant that I could use the nuclear reactor, or build the big reactors. So I've got the stuff here. Hopefully this is enough for what we need. And I thought this area here would be quite a nice place for it. It's like kind of round, and I want to build one of those typical like nuclear power plant flumes, like in The Simpsons, where Homer works. He works in one of those like nuclear power plants with the chimneys. That's what I was trying to say, chimneys. So I've got a lot of concrete here, because that's pretty much what the power plant's going to be made out of. Might do some smooth concrete mixed in with weathered concrete, and who knows. But I'm just going to flatten out this area and start the foundations for the power plant. So I will be right back. So here we have it. This is the base for the reactor. I kind of built the base a little bit off-center, so I had to pad out this bit of the island a little bit. Oh, and I'm getting horrible FPS. It's 20. What's going on? Is it that thing in the distance? I need to play around with my settings again. This low FPS can't be right. I've got like an i7 computer with 8 gigs of RAM and recording to a secondary hard drive. But anyway, back to the topic. So I built this little reactor. I don't know what you call it, like perimeter. That's going to be just like the outside of it. I'm going to build it up later on. And a little bit of base here so we can walk underneath. I don't know why I did that. I thought I could access the fuel rods, but I forgot that the fuel rod things are on top. So this is almost all done now. Now it's not completed yet, because I need to put these in. And you can use other substance like chromium, I think. But we're not set up to create those yet. Oops. Take that. I want you down there. So Ender is the... Oh, why does it keep doing that? Ender is the best stuff that we have at the moment. Let's right click. Right click, I said. Oh. I haven't put glass on the front. That is why this isn't working. That could almost have been a disaster. We'd have had liquid Ender flying everywhere. Although my right click has been playing up on my mouse. That's why I was a little bit confused. So, okay, plonk there. I really wish this could auto refill. Plonk. 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 I should have calculated this properly. So the last 4 go 1, 2, 3, and 4. So the outside ones only have 2 liquids next to them, but these ones have 4. But most of them have 4, so it should be cool enough. Then we can, then we can put the reactor glass in to finish it off, and hopefully when we place the final piece of reactor glass, this reactor will visually change. 1, 2, 3. Fingers crossed. Yes. See that kind of joined at the sides. Oh, I'm back up to 30 FPS too. Look, huzzah! Click FPS, 30 FPS. Sweet. So now, see all this is lit up, it's red. If we turn it... Oh, we need to give it some fuel, which I don't have on me. Typical. We need to give it some yellorium, and that will power it. I need to then set up an item transfer system, which I'm hoping to use couriers from Ancient Warfare. I just remembered there's a boss turtle in there, isn't there? I haven't killed that thing yet. Maybe that's what's causing me to have such low FPS around here. Because Monster AI can actually contribute quite a lot to that. Yeah, we got a lot of yellorium. A lot of it. Because I took it all out of here. and put it in the chest. So we'll need to have some sort of item transfer system. I don't want to use ender chests. I want to see the items moving, and I think hopefully I'll be able to set up pathways using the couriers. Because I've put those not interdiction torches, the magnum torches around, and they're so effective. There are no hostile mobs in this area at all. There's like a creeper there, I think. Oh no, that's just a plant. Yeah, they're really effective, and I'm still on hard. Like, I'm not on peaceful or anything. What was that? Hit O to view more options. Oh. I had never looked at this before. Oh, okay, wait. This looks a little bit too complicated. Okay, ignore that. I'm ignoring that for now. And what I should have done was brought tesseracts. Oh, so unprepared. Oh, I added the Ender Tech mod. We can have a look at that quickly. Ender Tech. So it adds things like the resonant exchanger and a really massive capacity tank, which is pretty cool. And the resonant charge pads. If we ever get into, well, actually we don't have blood magic in this mod pack, but if I ever wanted to add it in, then we'd be okay. So just quickly make two. I suppose we could just use the energy cells. So I decided to go with tesseracts instead because I wanted to make a resonant energy cell. But in order to do that, you had to make one of these. I needed to get destabilized redstone, and I only have the one fluid transposer. So I'm just going to use a normal tesseract. And the reason why I have two power taps is OCD. Because I had reactor controller and two access ports. Because I know you need to turn one of them into the Blu-ray stuff. Eject waste, please. Outlet. Yeah, there we go. So if we then put a stack of Yellorium in here, fuel rods will fill up. And oh, okay, maybe we need to put a bit more in. Boom, 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 boom. Okay. Now they're 100% full. Turn it on. Core temperature rising. Damn. Okay. Maybe. Shit. Maybe I didn't structure this out properly enough. Maybe I should have used fewer fuel rods. Well, the temperature doesn't matter, but the temperature affects this, and we're actually high radiation reduces. Oh man, we're producing 18,000 redstone flux per tick. Damn. Okay, we need to put this on quickly. So main in, you are going to be sending energy. Done. And that should probably affect this in no way, shape or form. So let's turn this off. I know it's wasteful to keep doing that, but we don't need that much power yet. Damn, that was a lot of power. I wonder actually if the source blocks do affect it. Maybe I should. Yeah, I'll experiment with that later on. See if the changing the Enderium stuff to source blocks would make a difference. So no, okay. I put the other tesseract here on the input, so now we should be full to the brim of power, with a storage of like 10 million or 1 million or something over there. So yeah, that's pretty decent. But this area is getting a bit hectic now. I need to like redesign this. So I will take a little break here. Right click please. There we go. Probably play around with this, and I will be right back. Oh, and I was just about to start recording, and then I just instantly get attacked by that water dragon. I actually just killed one of them. Got some stuff. So I want to go back into this castle and finally kill the war tortoise or whatever it is that lives at the bottom of this thing. Just remember how to get to it. It's like in the middle of the center bit. Is this gonna work? Probably. Yeah, here we go. Hello. Hello, whoever you are. Giant turtle. That doesn't do any damage to me. I did switch out my armor though. I put the ultimate stuff back on. Oh, but you look so cute. Can I like... Let's see if I can nab you in a safari net. Oh, I can. Oh wow, that solves that problem. Right, let's quickly head back home the lazy way. Zoom. So yeah, that will hopefully help with the FPS. I didn't really want to kill it because it was actually kind of cool and it's been there for ages. I mean, since the first episode. Let me in. So yeah, giant turtle get. Woo! So I've been making some improvements to the base. Let's check them out. First of all, you might notice the applied energistics thing is not here anymore. It's over here. I have moved it over to be a bit more centrally so I don't have to keep running the whole length of the lab. And I put a nice facade in there. And I moved this up here. It's now being powered by the reactor, so it's actually not going to run out as soon as I put something in there. And I attempted to migrate things over to the extra utilities pipes. I've done some of it, mainly linked in with this and this power gen over here. So it seems to be working well so far. It just meant that I could tidy up the cables underground. Yeah, also set up these properly now. I tried to use the retrieval nodes, but they were messing out and fighting. And this one, the saplings were coming here before going there, so that's not what I wanted. And move the machines over here so it's a bit more central. Some of them are hardened, or most of them are hardened. It's just these ones that were here before are still basic, so I need to upgrade those still. So we have liquid enderium, we've got the redstone, we've got the typical pulverizer and furnace, and we've got a normal pulverizer and the induction smelter. And they all output to the bottom, where there is the transfer pipe, oops, and then the retrieval node pulls everything out into the ender chest to get sorted. So let's have a look down here. It's still kind of a mess under here, but that's where the pattern providers and the what's it called, the combining things for the applied energistics thing is. That's where the power gen is, and so this cable now feeds the planter and harvester, and the deep storages are up here. They don't have any filters on because, like I said, they were fighting. So it all just goes by there by default, and extra utility seems smart enough that it checks the inventories of these first. So everything that, like stone, saplings, etc., that I put in there will automatically go in here. And then any excess that's not a sapling goes into this ME interface, and that then routes all the way down here and up into our AE system. So any excess stuff, oops, that doesn't meet the criteria of these deep storages gets put into the AE system, which is very, very nice. And now I'm stuck. Let's go into platform. So yeah, we now have an almost fully functioning storage system, finally. Now that we have the power, we shouldn't need to worry about making the AE bigger. Like this it's not running out per se, but it's already like almost half full. Well, not quite, but I need to keep an eye on that, especially if I set up the quarry again, and especially if I move these chests in, because these have a lot of single items, or non-stacking items, which will clog up the inventory. So yeah, loads and loads of these things. So yeah, that's what's been happening. The next step for me is to now... Oh, that's the quarry chest. That's the ores chest. Okay, I might need to... Actually, I'll put that into the system. The good thing about using the transfer nodes is I can just do this, and it sorts it. Boom. Let's have a look over here. Are there any of these going to light up orange? Is that already done? Or did I have some in the system already? Well, seems to be handling it, which is pretty nice. And I'll put this in the system. The only downside is if I put something in here directly, it's going to go into that storage rather than this storage, so I need to be careful. So next step is I'd like to get involved with Ancient Warfare. I've done all the research, which took me a long time, but it was just putting mats in and making a bit of steel, and yeah, it was kind of tedious. So I've done all of it now. I think I need to... Wait, if I do this... Yeah, okay, I've done it all. What I want to do is make a courier. So if I look up courier, it requires a food bundle, some wool and some gold, which is fine, but the food bundle requires steak, pork chops and chicken, none of which I don't think I have. Let's have a look. Right click please. No steak. I got some raw beef. Chicken, some raw chicken and pork chop. Okay, I could actually make some, but I don't. Oh, my right, sorry guys, the right click on my mouse is playing up, which is really annoying. Right, chicken. There. So what I need to do is actually make a farm for the cows and chicken and the pigs, because I'm going to try and make a lot of couriers and get into advanced warfare properly. Because I wouldn't mind seeing some, excuse me, wouldn't mind seeing some NPCs zipping across the land. But I need to build a bridge because I don't really want them swimming around. I need to make sure that they don't attack any hostile mobs, or don't get attacked by hostile mobs, because that could cause some problems. So I will get going making some farms. I'll probably... I don't want to make a spawner for them, so I'll probably build them maybe in this area. This could be cool, because I can't make any automated Ancient Warfare farms, because they require farmers, and that requires food bundles, and that requires the food. So I need to do some manual farming first, but that's fine. So I will probably... yeah, I'll put them in this area. That seems fine. I mean, putting them... Can I put them back here? Nah, not back there. I don't want them over by the reactor. That's too far away. And I don't want to make a spawner for them, and all this area is kind of used. Maybe like one farm here, one farm here. But anyway, I'll play around with that, and I'll be right back. So I tried to get Ancient Warfare working, and it just doesn't seem to want to work. Like, I know he might have had some trouble pathfinding, so I put the well, made this hole in the wall, because I know he might not be able to open this door, but I left... oh! Is he just wandering, or is he... because I've given him work orders, and routing orders, and I've tried both, before you ask, to take Yellorium from this chest, and put it over in the reactor over there. Zoom. But he just doesn't do anything. So, if you can, like, stay inside, that would be great. I don't want you, like, attacking creepers. Just to let you know, I did turn mob griefing off because the fairies were attacking the creepers and they're making like a horrible mess out there, and it's just too much effort to clean. So I turned off mob griefing. I don't know whether it translates when I close and reopen the game, but I'll soon find out. So this guy's just going to chill out. Here's the town hall. It's full of apples. He's been munching away at them. Wow. I guess I could take this Yellorium out. So it looks like I'm going to have to use Applied Energistics. So I have made an ME controller, and I've made this sort of elevator to go down. It's still really messy in here. And to make this, I needed to make the pure flux crystals, which you need flux dust and sand. You make the seeds, and that makes 2 per lot. And then you use the crystal growth accelerator. But I don't think I'm going to do that. I have now installed AE2 Stuff, because I can't be bothered to do it properly. It just takes too long. But also AE2 Stuff has some pretty cool stuff with it as well. So it's got a pattern encoder, which does, like, the existing pattern encoder, you have to have the recipe already, or the mats already in the chamber, whereas this is kind of like the old school stuff where you can just shift click in from any eye. So I thought that was pretty cool. And it has the crystal growth chamber, which is like the accelerator, but it's faster and only takes up 1 block. And it also has this, the advanced inscriber, which I'm really interested to check out, because that would save me a lot of hassle with these things. But I've never built one before, so let's see what it does. We'll see if I can build it. No, I need an inscriber. Oh wait, are they easy to make? Can I just make it quickly? Yep, win. Oh, I didn't want to use a pure flux crystal though, oh well. Advanced AE2 stuff, let's plonk this down here. This might conk out the system because I now have a fair few things attached to it, so I might need to invest in the ME controller pretty quickly. So let's right click on this. So I could lock it into a certain recipe, which seems okay. Does it filter in more easily? Let's have a look. Hopper. Can't right click. Ugh, stupid. There we go. So if I do that, then do I have any silicon? Yeah. All the processors. No, it's okay, wait. It'll be in here. Redstone. Take out one of you. And I evidently need to make some more silicon. Oh, hello, wasp. Subscriber. Silicon should be this one. Yep, got loads of them. So now if I dump both of you in, what happens? Oh, yeah. So, okay. It only uses one input. That's really, really good to know, actually. So I'll play around with that at some point. Let's get rid of... I don't know what the WGF is, but I'm not in any rush to test that out. So I think I might actually install the controller now, because I'm doing a lot of stiff. Well, that seems to be working. Maybe I'll leave it for now. Anyway, point being is that in order to get Yellorium over there, I'll either need to do some like advanced coding with the NPC wand, like this thing for custom NPCs, which I don't mind doing, but that will take me ages to learn, or just run AE all the way over there, or with ender chests. So that looks like what I'm going to have to do, because AE, or because Ancient Warfare was not playing nice, which is a pity, because I wanted to use it for like transporting stuff, but looks like I'm going to have to change that into an ender chest, the one downstairs in there into an ender chest, and then just have export buses everywhere. So hence why I'm trying to get into the ME controllers. Breathe. So that is the update for now. I think I'm going to try and get this automated. We need to get some interfaces actually in order to do that, I think. Good. So if I do that, then tell it to export... Oops. Ugh. Trying to do this too quickly. Because I don't like watching people crafting, it's pretty boring, so I'm trying to do this as quickly as possible. So tell you to export Yellorium. Okay, how are we doing for power? That's stable. We actually drained all of the reactor stuff using this. Charging the resonant exchanger, because this holds 10 million and the reactor holds 10 million. It drained all the power in the reactor. So I thought that was quite funny. So let's head over to the reactor. Actually, this reminds me, I still need to build a bridge over there, because this is how I'm getting over there currently. Hup. Ah, just can't quite make it. And then when I get over here, I just have to jump. Whee! So what I need to then do is put the ender chest down like here. Then I need to get up there. Platform. No, platform. So let's get up there and put this. Turn back to me. Put you down. And then hopefully, because this is only exporting energy, it shouldn't actually do anything. So that's extracting all the Yellorium from here. Okay, it's speeding up. That's good. Oops. Ugh. Anyway, it's exporting all into there. This hasn't been on long enough to create any of the blurite stuff, is it? Blurite? No. I can't remember what it's called. Anyway, that should be good for now. This shouldn't be receiving any items, right? Yeah, receiving none. So that won't conflict. And there we go. We have got like basic automation up. So if we need to put on the reactor, we shouldn't need to worry about any Yellorium shortages. So that's cool. Oh yeah, I set up these fences. I had loads of eggs, so I just spammed them everywhere. And I decided to use these enchanted golden apple cows just for the lulz, because they drop golden apples as well as... Oh, do they not drop beef? Oh no, okay. It drops steak because I've got fire aspect on here. And as well as leather and apples. So it's just like a better food source, really. Because I could then, in theory, I could start eating golden apples. I think that would be a little bit overkill though. So yeah, I've just been breeding them up using some wheat and carrots for the pigs and seeds for the chicken. So let's get out some wheat, some carrots, and some seeds. I really need to get into magical crops as well. That's probably going to be what we're going to do in the next episode. Because magical crops is pretty powerful. I need to set up an area for that. I want to try and build like proper structures for all these things as opposed to just making blocks and squares and stuff. Rah, mass breeding. Breed. Breed like you've never bred before. And don't get stuck in the fence. Okay, that's them done. Let's get the carrots out. Pigs are the problem because I didn't have that many of them. But the enchanted cows, I already had like 5 safari nets worth, so they bred up quite quickly. And eventually I want to do the... Or I wanted to do the Advanced Warfare versions. But from what I've heard, Advanced Warfare is bugged in this latest version and doesn't really work. So I may need to resort to the Mine Factory Reloaded versions, but never mind. Maybe I can update in the future and then get the Advanced Ancient Warfare even working properly. So yeah, I think that we're now safe to be consuming beef instead of these apples, which would be great because beef lasts a lot longer than apples. And then can we use these apples for anything else actually? Not like fuel, can I squeeze it down? Apple juice? Nah, oh, what was that? Health syringe. What can I use that for? Nothing. Apple tree seeds, they're pretty awesome. And that's it. Okay, we don't have forestry in this pack, so we can't really use it for any like apple seed fuel or something. Or apple juice. But anyway, I will put this away, clean up my stuff, and be right back. So that'll about do it for this episode. I hope you guys have enjoyed watching. I just wanted to end it here at night time because I just really like how these towers look during night. Like the glowstone blocks lighted up and it looks really pretty. So I think I might splash them around a little bit more. Maybe put some road lights in, like light up the area. I think that'd be pretty cool. I love how the reactor looks from the distance. That looks so cool. But yeah, that's it for me. I hope you have enjoyed. I'd like to be appreciated if you have. I shall say thank you very much for watching and see you in the next episode.